Hey Martha, it's Tori. So first of all, I just want you to know that this is obviously, you'll notice from the quality, this isn't considered a high production thing. This is just me having a conversation visually with you as if you were here for that meeting today we were hoping to have. So I mentioned data tracking to you a couple times, and I know you don't need to be retold about the quality or the volume of your traffic, but I wanted to somehow give you this start point so that you can understand this is how I look at projects like yours. This is our start, and I'm hoping in 30 days to show you a much different set of numbers, or at least a reason why they didn't change, and why I think overall that knowing that there's a search interest out there and connecting your website to that search should organically grow your business in such a way that you will immediately see an improvement. And then we'll go on to strategy of how to uh, end over end, month over month, continue to go in that direction. So I shared with you that anyone who is being paid for the current structure online would maybe be interested to know and should be interested in knowing how it performs as a tool. So after all these years of business, it surprised me that no one was tracking it. So we now have a tracker on it. So we can say with certainty that the number set here is from November 15th to today. We just got off the phone today. You can see somewhere right around here, the 26th is when it got turned on, because previous to that, no pulse. And then on the 29th was your spike day or your high day of traffic. It was 20 sessions on November 29th. I don't know if that date and time means you sent an email or you have any reason why that might have been a spike. But you can see as we followed you along through to today, your high was a session. So we're also able to know that the total was 60 people. They call them users, and that means they were independent IPs. So they may have been using different devices, but they were individual visits. They could be the same person on multiple units, but anyway, users. Here's some other numbers we'll go over month to month and really focus on because they're important. Is these 60 people had 81 page views, which means that they each looked at a page and something, which is what this number indicates. And then this is how long they looked the whole time. So their entire visit was 1 minute, 2 seconds. And what they call the bounce rate is currently at 82.35% for your website. If I get anybody under 50%, I consider that a huge home run. Anything at 82%, I ask people to look at bounce rate and put it in your head as dwell. That means that people dwelled about 10% of an instant on your website. So there wasn't anything that kept them there. Now, sometimes in pages where it's brochure work, meaning like a dental office or something, they're just coming for a phone number, and that's why they have a high bounce rate, and that's acceptable. But with you, where we would continue to want to grow or improve the dwell time on the site, knowing that people could look at classes and sign up, we definitely want to get this going down. Here's what else I can tell you. This pie chart indicates currently, since they've been watching you, the amount of people that A, came back for more than one visit, and B, are new. As we market and grow our market share, we want to hope that we always have a little less return and a little more visit, because that means we're still growing an audience. But so you have 11% of your visit is already from somebody who knows you, is what they're telling you right now. And then these other numbers aren't really going to help us overall, because you're going to find that you didn't have enough traffic to really fill these data sets out. Currently, it says that your traffic is 100% female. I'm not able to get any kind of a blip on their age because you just don't have enough traffic. As we grow your traffic organically, meaning as we put your website in front of people's search returns, hoping they'll pick you, we will start to get some answers to this. Geo, I guess location won't surprise you. It's all, I didn't actually look at this, but I would assume that it's all Bainbridge. Let's just say. So there's the top 10 visited cities, meaning people from Seattle, there were 16 people, 9 from Bainbridge, 6 from Paulsbo. You can kind of see all the way down to 1 from Silverdale. So this was where the people were located when they found you. Technology, you and I talked about that on the phone, and here is the devices. So iPhone leads the way with 11 sessions, comes all the way down to the Galaxy, which might have been me looking at you on my phone. No, that's a tablet. Oh, that still might have been me. So 23 of your, what do we say, 60 sessions were on mobile devices. So to your point, we need to make sure that we're coming in successfully, interesting people online that way. The traffic, I'm going to kind of leave it at traffic. Let me go to overview and behavior. No, wait, where am I going? Oh, well, this is very telling too. Think of this as people, if your website had a front door, they walked in your front door, this is your front page, 57 people walked in the front door and they did not go any farther. So that you can see that they had one interaction with your website before they popped off. We've kind of already covered that. What I'm looking for is acquisition overview. Okay. So direct, this blue number here at 55.9%, this is those visitors that know you existed. So of the traffic, since we've started watching, almost 60% of it was people that you already knew you existed. They came there directly. Organically, meaning that somebody searched for you and you came up, you had 20 visits. So one would imagine that if you could get your organic, meaning when people are looking for services and classes like yours, if you were to show up where they're looking, one would think this number would just skyrocket your traffic and therefore your enrollment. I'm going to show you one number on the way out of someone that I work with. I've mentioned him before, the building company. He enjoys the fact that his business is often searched for, and by tweaking his website, he's managed to capture more organic search than he does almost direct. Let me show you that number. So this is the building guy, and in the same time set as yours, the last 30 days, he's had 2,684 visits. And even through the holiday, his bounce rate is under 50%. But what I wanted to show was, let's see, what number were we on? Acquisition overview. So let's go to audience, acquisition overview. So you can see his organic search doubles his direct. So this is what happens to your traffic if you can connect with a search that is out there. So meaning if people are looking and you do what you need to do to tweak that website to meet the organic search, I would assume your organic that you didn't pay for and you didn't already own would do something close to this and probably double your direct traffic. So that's the goal. This is where we're starting. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop and send this off to you. And I look forward to seeing you next week.